Very good morning to all my dear students. In today's lecture, we are going to start with the practicals. What practicals you are having for this subject, information and communication technology. So, as per the syllabus of this subject, you are having 4 units. The first unit is of components of IT. The second one is computer networks. The third unit is IT in banking, and the fourth unit is having introduction to delivery channels and e-security. So you will be having practicals based on this four units. So each unit will be having one practical as per the syllabus. So the first unit is of components of IT, and it is also having the IT applications. So as per that, you will be having practical number 1, which will be based on the same topic. So the topic for your first practical is about case study on IT applications in financial markets and services and in various other fields. So the first unit, it is dealing with the components of IT. So along with that components of IT, the first unit is also having the applications of IT in various fields. Along with that, you have to study in detail the applications of IT in financial market and services. So your first practical is based on the case study of IT applications in FMS, financial markets and services. So the first unit, it is dealing with the components like hardware, software, people, process, communication. So now what are the components of IT? So all these I mentioned are the components of your information technology. So what all components are there? The first main component of your information technology is the hardware. Now what actually hardware is? Hardware is the all physical components of your system. It is called as the hardware of your system. So if you're considering your system as a computer, then all the components of your computer, those you can see physically, they will be termed as the hardware. For example, a computer system, it is having the monitor, CPU, mouse, keyboard, speakers, cameras, microphones. So all these components are the hardware components of your system. Now what are the software components? The software components of your system are the set of instructions that complete your task or work, or it is a group of softwares or set of instructions and protocols that help you to complete your work. So this is termed as the software. So software in simple language, it is the set of instructions or protocols, or these are the applications that perform your work or perform your task. So that is the software. Now what are the other components of your information technology? When you are working on this hardware and software, the person who is using this system or who is using this information technology as a system like computer, the person using this is also the component of information technology. So you can term the third component of IT as the people or the user. So users can be of many types. The person who is using the computer, they can be, or that system, they can be of any type of people or user can use this system. So you can classify these users also. So users can be classified as the sophisticated users, or you can term them as technical users. Okay, some are expert hand users, some are only having basic knowledge, while some are having advanced knowledge. So users as a component of IT can be classified into number of ways. Now the next component of information technology is the process. So when anyone is using this computer system, when he is using the hardware, software, so we have seen the three main components. One is the hardware, other is the software, the next one is the people or the users. Now what this people or user, they are following some steps while using the hardware and software. So all these steps, they are termed as the process or the procedure. So this procedure is also considered as the component of your information technology. So 4 main components till now we have studied. The first is hardware, second one software, third is the people or user, fourth you can say it as the process or the procedure, and the fifth main component is the communication. So now in communication, there is exchange of information between the user and the system, or from one system to the other system. So communication is also a major component of your information technology. Now these are the main components of your IT. Now where all this IT is applied in your daily life, that practical is your practical number 1. So what all are the fields of IT applications that you have to write down in this practical number 1. So what are the applications of IT? So you can write it as education, healthcare, engineering, in financial markets, in banking, insurance, scientific research, school, colleges, hospitals, medicals, for online shopping. So there are number of uses of IT applications. So all these IT applications you have to explain it in detail. So which all IT applications you can explain over here. So you can write down the first one as education. So in education you can mention it as the IT, it is used here for the purpose of administrative work, for the purpose of storing data of the students. Then in healthcare centers you can write down the applications of IT for the patient history, medicines prescribed. So this can be the uses at the healthcare center. The other uses like the banking, so customer ID, account holders number, account holders detail, all these things they are mentioned. What type of account he is having, these things are mentioned, or they are stored with the help of information technology. In the various other fields like railway reservation, airline reservations, IT is also used. So what is the use of IT over there? It is for the tracking the information about the railways, about the flights, about the passengers. So all this information is maintained with the help of information technology. So this number of applications of IT you have to mention in your practical number 1. So IT is used for military also. It is used in schools for the education purpose. So now moving on to the next practical number 2. It is the case study on the network topologies, which is based upon your unit number 2. So your unit number 2 is having the computer networks. You are just having the introduction about the computer networks and the explanation about some of the concepts. So now before starting with network topologies, we had studied number of points in our unit number 1. That was the data communications. So what was data communication? It was the exchange of information from one person to another, or from one system to another system, and this is done with the help of some type of medium or media. So that media can be guided one or unguided one. Means it can be wired, wireless, or it can be bounded, unbounded. So this was how data communication is done. Now what are the essentials of data communication? We had studied the essentials, 5 main essentials we had studied in this unit number 2. So that essentials of data communication were the message or the information that you are sending. The second one was the sender, third one was the receiver, encoding, decoding, and the media. So these 5 points, they are the essentials of your data communication. The first one is you are having a sender, the one who is sending the message. Receiver is the one who is receiving the message. It can be system or a person. So these are the 2 main essentials. The third essential is the medium, by which medium the message is sent, whether it is guided or unguided, whether it is wired or wireless. Then the message which is sent, It is also the essential part of your data communication and encoding and decoding of the message. So this is the one of the essentials of your data communication. Now we had also studied the transmission media. Two types of transmission media we had studied, wired and wireless. For the wired, we are having the fiber optic cables, we are also having the coaxial cables, twisted pair cables, and for wireless we are having the satellite signals, infrared signals, Wi-Fi is there. So these were the examples that we had studied in the transmission media, wired and the wireless. After that we had studied the internet, what actually internet is, and we had also studied the advantages of internet in our unit number 2nd. So what you can define internet as? So internet is a interconnected network. We can call it as network of networks. So along with that we had studied the various advantages of internet. What WW is, World Wide Web, W3C consortium we had studied, and number of advantages we had studied of internet. We can do the mobile banking, internet banking is there. We can do online shopping, internet is used for the entertainment purpose. It is a service that is available 24/7. We can use the internet for searching various information. So all these applications or advantages of internet we had studied. After that we had studied the types of network. Which all types of networks? It was the LAN, MAN and WAN. Local area network, metropolitan area network and the wide area network. The biggest network is WAN and the smallest network is LAN. The highest speed is in the all the three networks is having good speed, but the number of devices in LAN is less, and it is the most highest number of systems are connected in WAN. Wide area network is having more number of devices, so the transfer rate is slow because the network has to travel or the information has to travel from system to system. So the transfer rate there will be low as compared to LAN. LAN will be having a very high transfer rate. So types of networks we had studied. Then after the types of networks we had also studied the network topologies. So on this network topologies you have to write a case study on that network topologies. You also have to mention the advantages and the disadvantages of network topologies. So what all network topologies had we studied? We had studied the star topology, bus topology, ring topology, hybrid topology, tree topology, mesh topology. So all these topologies we had studied along with the advantages and the disadvantages. Now what actually topology is? Topology is the overall structure or it is the layout of your, what we can call it is a network. It is the layout, overall structure, or it is the layout of your network, how the structure of your network is. If it is appearing like a star, then it is a star topology. If it is appearing like a bus, it is a bus topology. That all things we have to mention in our practical number 2nd. I will be explaining each and every practical to you in detail, okay? So need not worry about that. Practical number 1, 2, everything I'll be sharing it with you. Now our practical number 3. Practical number 3, it is based on the case study of the central banking system. So in the 3rd unit we had studied IT in banking. In that we had studied the areas of IT applications in banking, why information technology is used in banking. So what are the reasons of using information technology in banking? So there are number of reasons why bank is using the information technology. It is for the details of the account holder, then for the insurance, for the premiums what they have paid. It is also used for the online banking, net banking, electronic payment system, NEFT, RTGS, ATMs, and many other reasons are there why bank is using an information technology. So along with this we had also studied the central banking system or the central bank, Reserve Bank of India, and we also had studied the subsystems of your central banking system. So in the third practical, you have to write down the case study of central banking system, its implementation in banks. So this practical also I'll be sharing it with you in the next session. Now practical number 4. So practical number 4 is based on the unit number 4. The unit number 4 is Introduction to Delivery Channels and E-Security. So what all things we have studied there? We had studied the delivery channels in banking. 6 main delivery channels of banking we had studied in our unit number 4. So what all banking channels we had studied, or what all delivery channels we had studied, that delivery channels we have to write down here in our practical number 4. So we had studied the first one, branch banking we had studied. After that we had studied the extension counters. Along with that we had also studied the automated teller machine, ATMs, credit cards, debit cards. In that we had studied what all services ATM is giving. That point also we had covered. After that we had seen the self-service banking, net banking, e-banking or the online banking we had studied. Mobile banking also we had studied in our unit number 4. And electronic payment systems like Bheem, UPI, PhonePe, Google Pay, how to operate this and how to order goods online. So goods ordered online, they are served to you at your doorstep. We are having the 2 options for payment. One was the cash on delivery, another one was the online payment, which you can do with the help of your credit debit cards or by your PhonePe. So in practical number 4, we will be writing the various delivery channels. So 6 delivery channels we will be writing in our practical number 4. Along with that, the 4th unit is also having the e-security, concept of e-security, security threats, and what are the control measures to be taken for the e-security. But the practical number 4, you need not write e-security concepts. We will be only discussing the delivery channels for our practical number 4. So this was the overall structure of your practicals. So 4 units. So practicals based on this, all 4 units. So you will be having 4 practicals. As there are 4 units, so 4 practicals. On each unit you are having 1 practicals. So all this was the overall structure of your practical sessions. Each structure in detail I will be sharing with you. Overall 4 units, 4 practicals I have shared in this lecture. In the next session, we will be studying the first practical in detail.